Hey everyone, it's me, Unapologetically T, and I'm kind of doing this video as like a recap of my week. I think I'll call these like my inner thoughts, because I really don't have like a particular thing I want to talk about, but I'm just gonna recap, and I'm gonna turn the TV off, so I'm gonna pause. I'm back and I lied. I didn't turn it off. I turned it down. I'm watching Narnia, so but I still wanted to do this video, and it's actually 1:05 a.m. and but yeah, I wanted to do this video because I definitely had like a hard week based on prior mental health issues. I can definitely say it wasn't like, crisis. It wasn't deep depression, but it was a little difficult. I had quite a few things going on, and I still do. One of the things I don't think I mentioned was when I did go to my stepfather's house. I don't even know if I updated y'all on that, but when I did go to my stepfather's house, his dog and my dog got into it. His dog was way bigger than mine, and so my dog got hurt. So I've been treating her at home, and I couldn't afford taking her to the vet. So I have been on a wish and a prayer that she is okay. It is one puncture wound, and been just treating her, trying to keep it clean. I think I will have to probably eventually take her to the vet, because she most likely will have like an abscess or some type of hematoma. I think that's how you pronounce it. But just trying to care for a sick dog, right? Like, I gotta make sure she eats and drinks, like stay hydrated and all that stuff. So it has been a job. Then to top it all off, I'm also washing and drying clothes this late at night. But it works for me. So I also needed to get the brakes fixed, which I haven't done yet. I will probably call them tomorrow to schedule an appointment to get the car in. What else? The rent, that's the usual. And then, I was dealing with my own, funkiness, which I'm starting to realize too, like, and I've always known, and this should be a whole nother video for a whole nother video, but when it's that time of the month, like it definitely, my energy levels get different, and I do think most women can agree. For me, it hits me hard. That post and then that during. The after is not so bad, but the post and the during, definitely energy levels are definitely different. So just recognizing that I had that going on. Which I use this app. It's called Stardust. I think, yeah, Stardust, and it's actually aligned with the moon phases. So I like that I can track my cycle and also see the moon phases, and it gives like little like suggestions of what you're feeling and all that stuff, and you can log and track your cycle. I used to use another like generic app, but it wasn't as fun as that one. So I did realize with that one that, oh, hey, look, you're going through this too, on top of everything else that's going on. So but yeah, so I definitely had a lot going on, and I do want to share my positives, right? So a positive for me would be that I got a phone call from Charlotte's grandfather on her dad's side, and he definitely looked out for us financially. And like, I usually don't like discussing money, but he definitely gave us $500, like, and I was not expecting it. Like, I'm not the type that asks people for help when it comes to money, because I just didn't grow up, I didn't grow up seeing it. I didn't grow up knowing, that it's okay. And when I did see it growing up, it usually was not an okay thing. People would talk about you, talk about not me, but or like not necessarily me, but I know that when I did see other people asking for monetary help, I did notice that people would gossip about them or, talk about them. So it was just never something that I allowed myself to grow up and do. So typically, like, if I ask somebody for money, like, that mean I'm down bad. However, this particular time, like, I could never ask, for that amount of money without intentions of paying it back. But I did not have to ask this time. He definitely gave, and I asked, did he need it back? And he was like, no, I'm giving it to you. So, and on my end, far as the rent, I am, trying to seek resources. The tricky thing about when you're seeking resources for rent, you literally have to have an eviction notice. So that's that part. So right now I am just one payment in the hole. And I was, thank God for taxes. I did not get a lot of taxes back because I worked a whole lot. So like they bust me open with taxes. So what I did get in taxes, I definitely put towards my rent. So this month I did not. So for the month of March I did not pay, and then April's coming up, I will not be able to pay. However, I did go to my retirement plan, and I plan on, I have to wait till I am a month out of being employed by my employer. So I will be taking my retirement out this particular time. I remember when I left my job when I was younger, I didn't touch my retirement, which I'm happy I didn't. But this time I'm going to, go ahead and touch that and try to make my dreams come true with that money. That being said, I think that my goal is to try to stay here until Charlotte finishes up this school year. And then after the school year, I'm hoping that I will be able to find stable housing that I can afford, because I cannot afford this. I am literally paying with everything, like, so I have rent, which is about like maybe almost $1,500, and then I have water, sewage, and light bill attached, and that's probably $1,600, and then that doesn't include the gas. So I definitely can no longer afford this. I couldn't even afford it when I was here. Baby was hustling. So I will say, I am okay with that I can't afford here. I am okay with that I can't live here. I think my hardest part of, jumping out and doing this thing is, my daughter is not okay. Like, my daughter has had very inconsistent stability for the last few years. And I think like everybody's kid went through it during COVID. So she transitioned from going to school to virtual school to being homeschooled to going back to school once I got a full-time like in-person job. Then she went back to school. Then we moved, and we had to move like quickly. So we moved quickly, and then she went to the school she's at now. And so she's had a lot of freaking transitions. So I am worried and concerned about her. However, I have a path that does not, require me to be stressed about, $1,600 worth of bills. It's insane. So I am okay with it on most days. It just bothers me when it bothers her, because I feel like children shouldn't have to worry about where they're gonna live and how that's gonna look. And well, you might be thinking, well, maybe, I shouldn't have told her. However, we live in a household where we talk about things, and we will continue to talk about things. I think for her in particular, I want her to know, that life is happening. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want her to be super worried either, but I do want her to know that life is happening, and I don't want to sugarcoat it, and I don't want to leave her in the blind. And that's kind of been my parenting throughout this whole thing. Like, I've been very transparent with her to the most part. So I definitely, in hindsight, feel like, maybe this is something where I shouldn't have been as transparent with her, because I do see signs of her, trying to figure this out, and I don't want her to figure it out. I don't even have it figured out, and I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna have it figured out. I'm gonna let the cards lay where they lay, and I'm gonna use that as my motivation to get where I need to be at. And so we had a conversation today, and we talked about having faith in God, and how, you can make all the plans you want to, but if God got other plans, that's just how it is. Like, you can make all those plans and think you feel safe and secure, and it's gonna work out the way it's gonna work out regardless. So, we can interfere with things and all that stuff, but it's gonna work out how it's gonna work out. So, just dealing with those emotions. But I was like I said, her grandfather calling with the $500 definitely came in with a clutch. Like, I was able to go get some food for that day, and which I had some things at home, but like, sometimes you want comfort foods. But I definitely put the rest to the side. So I probably spent $50 out of the $500. And I don't know why I'm being transparent with y'all, but because usually I don't do transparency with money. Like, money has been like this secret kept thing that, like, I do not share about. So yeah, I put the other to the side, and I will try to get my brakes fixed with that. And then I should still have some left. And then depending on this rent situation is what I will put to the rent. So it definitely came in a clutch, and I hope that God blessed him 100 times fold, because I definitely was not expecting that. And I definitely was bashing his son in the other video, and I will probably always bash his son, because he definitely is crappy. He definitely has not been in contact with Charlotte lately. I think he texted her the other day, and it was like, I guess like a generic, like, hey, what you doing? But then she texted him back, and he didn't respond, and it's been probably like 2 days. So, yeah, that's what we'll be dealing with that. But like I said, I'm going to try to focus my best on the positive, and the positive was I randomly got this $500, which I said came from God. But I also want God to bless him for helping out, because he didn't have to. He didn't make her, but I thank God that he did send him to help us. So that happened. Then that same day, I had already made plans to meet up with some of my friends that I met 2 years ago. And we actually met, at the hospital, just for transparency. We met at the hospital doing the partial hospitalization. And we hit it off right away. And it was fun to like recap, because we did spend a big period of time together. But I think I ended up going back to work, and like other things ended up happening, and I definitely separated from the group. It's 2 of them that have stayed connected, and one of them moved back to, I think, their hometown, which I miss her dearly. She was like my little baby sister. But she moved back to her hometown. There's another one that I cannot remember. No, I do remember her, but I don't know where she is or what she's doing. Her number might not be the same, so haven't been able to get in contact with her. But think about her, and it was just fun catching up with them. Like, we talked about everything, and it was just fun. I got to walk around the city, which I have not. You know what? I don't think I have walked around the city since, I had been with Dante, we definitely did a lot of city exploration, like when it came to like parks and like just different walks. Like this particular day, we did the canal walk, me and the girls, and it brought back memories of like us as a family and walking the dogs and with the girls. Like I have so many photos, and it's funny the irony that I had these photo memories come up. Like I even have me in the box with like the box brown, like the box brown. I can't think of what you would call it, but they have like a replica of the box, and I have pictures of me getting in there. I have pictures of like Dante, his daughter, and then I have pictures, you know, of me, my daughter, him, the dogs, just so many different pictures of the location that we was in, because that's what we used to do. And I think people might get a misconception when I say, like, you know, I was stuck in the house all the time. When I say I was stuck in the house all the time, I definitely mean that I was not able to have me time. Definitely we did a lot as a family, but I wasn't allowed to have me time, and that was detrimental to my mental health. Just not being able to go out by myself without having to feel guilty or worrying, um, or him calling and, you know, giving me the 51 questions. So yeah. And then even got to the point, like at the end, like I said, I was just stuck in the house and I had to share a location, all that. And he was the one that was leaving the house. It was insane. But we definitely did things, and we definitely got out of the house. But I think one of the special things for me was that I was able to make new memories at same location. Like, so I was able to do my own thing and make my own memories with friends and be okay with that. Like, I have those past memories. I'll always have him. Like, he would always be, you know, a part of my memories. But it's time to move forward and make my own memories and just appreciate life and keep going forward. So I really, really enjoyed that. And if the girls are watching, shout out to y'all. I love y'all. We definitely, you know, don't look like what we've been through. And oh yeah, excuse me, I did not do anything to my hair. I definitely got couch hair because I definitely was laying down before this, but I did moisturize these lips and this face because that would have scared y'all if I didn't. But yeah, that was cool. That was cool, and taking a walk was free, so that was even more cooler. um but yeah, let's see what else. Today I wanted to get out of the house. And I did. I got the best sleep that, you know, like it was the best sleep in a while. The night before last, I got some rest. That felt good. I just felt grateful, you know, like, even though I keep trying to be transparent in these videos, like, things are falling apart, right? I've made this comment before, the house is on fire, but I'm okay. Like, it's almost like the house is on fire and I'm watching it burn. I'm not in the house. I'm just watching the house burn, and I'm waiting for that to finish burning so a new one can be built and I can start all over. This will not be the first time that I've had to start all over and get things out, you know, out of the mud. So, you know, I go through these things, and I always can say that I've been through worse. And it doesn't make this situation feel like suffering like I have in the past, because I've been through way, way worse. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm being transparent with you. I'm letting you see that, you know, everything is not all peaches and cream just because I am, you know, happier. I am happier going through these things than I was working every day, knowing that my bills was going to get paid, And when I say working, I mean like what traditional work looks like. I'm definitely working now, doing these videos. I am researching a market that I have never even thought of getting into. Digital creator, content creator, never thought I would, be in that category. However, I'm learning a lot about this market. And I think that's one of the things a lot of people do when they do start these things. They don't necessarily do the research. I didn't do the research when I first started. However, now that I'm seeing that, like, I get a lot of traffic. I can say that I get a lot of traffic. I have a lot of views on videos that, typically most people who start out do not have. However, I do not have enough subscribers, and that's what I've been learning about too, and watch hours. So in order for the page to get monetized, I need at least I think 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So that means that when you watch the videos, whether you're watching the videos all the way through, so it definitely helps if you put the videos on and actually watch them all the way through. It definitely helps when you like and comment. That helps the algorithm promote my video more. It also helps me to monetize my page if you actually subscribe and watch the videos all the way through. So if you are trying to support me, definitely taking note of that. Like, it takes nothing to, put that video on the background and watch it, or wash the dishes while you're doing it, or if you're driving in a car, like, support a local person that you know. Or if you don't even know me and you actually like these videos, like, support me so that I can keep doing this. Yeah. So I'm learning a new market, a new field. I've invested in myself. I've bought a tripod because I got tired of seeing like my underneath my chin in those videos. Like, I know y'all was tired because I was tired. I was like, ugh. But it didn't matter how small I was. I always had this like meaty little neck section. I don't know. It's mine. I love it. I don't give a shit. But I just didn't feel like y'all should have to watch that. So I did buy a tripod to kind of give you a better angle. I have invested in trying to boost my posts with like paid advertisement. I have a TikTok page, which let me see what my handle is on TikTok. Which I get a lot of views. So even before I boosted the post, I get a lot of views based on the hashtags and all that stuff. So I get a lot of views. It's just that with those monetizations, you have to meet certain requirements, and I'm still learning with TikTok. But yeah, my TikTok is and it's TEE.white3. So if you do want to go follow me there, please do. I only have, 26 followers. However, on my videos, I have one video is like over 700 views, 400 views, 200 views, almost 300 views. So I do get traffic. I'll say that. I am able to get some traffic, but I don't know if I'm able to hold attention. So I'm working on these things. I do know for YouTube, I'm going to stay the same. I will probably edit and try to be more attention grabbing in my shorts or on my social medias. For my social media for Instagram, it is Ascend to Light for me, and it's ASCEND and the number 4, and then no, the number 2, number 2, and then LIGHT, and then the number 2, and then ME. So yeah, I'm also getting a lot of I get a lot of like traffic on my Facebook. However, I do not like using Facebook typically, but I said I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to make things work, because I just do not be on Facebook a lot. I've been stopped using Facebook like years ago, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta invest in me and make the best out of things. So I mean, that's kind of been my little tidbit, you know, this week. This week was hard, but you know, kept my faith, hung in there, and definitely made the best with what I had, and definitely was rewarded out of nowhere. Thank God. That helped a whole lot. Like you just don't know. A sister had about like $50 left in her bank account. It was getting sad. And yeah, and I'm still gonna make stuff stretch. Yeah, I'll get through this, and I hope that you guys watch me get through this and see that quitting your job and going against what you've been taught, you know, actually can work if you use what you're actually passionate about. And I'm actually passionate about getting my story out. I'm passionate about a lot of different things. I definitely realized like I have I call myself like a mini humanitarian. I definitely like helping people and aiding people. And I also realized that I am very opinionated when it comes to, you know, things that are not being done right in this world. So yeah, like I definitely have a viewpoint of certain topics, and I would say a lot of different topics. I have viewpoints that I feel like are valuable, and I hope that one day, you know, be heard on those things, and I'll try to put them in these videos as well as genuinely as they come up. But yeah, so this is my tidbit for today. And I also, it was funny because going out with the girls, we talked about love a lot, and it was this realization that like when you're an empath and you know, you just love, and it doesn't really matter like, you know, who it is. You love helping people, you love doing for people, but having a spiritual awakening is knowing that you have to set boundaries, right? And so I'm learning these boundaries. I want to do a video on boundaries because that's hilarious. And you know, I learned that I always thought somebody would, like, as in a love life, like somebody would show up, be protective, come save me, right? And I think some of the times that's why, you know, like I stayed with Dante. He was protective. And a lot of people in my life that, you know, were important to me were protective, but were abusers. So I definitely, you know, sought out that for me in love. And like, it's like now I'm at this point where, basically like it was me that had to save me, and it was me that had to love me. And, working with that has been challenging. It has been fun. It has been love. Like I definitely think when you start to learn to love yourself and actually put forth effort to do so, it's actually like everything you ever wanted and needed. And then that's the moment where, you know, if it's in the cards, you can find love outside of yourself, because you know what you want and what you don't want. You know what you're gonna tolerate, your boundaries, your compromises, all that stuff. So I definitely realized, like, you know, I had to save myself and love myself. That was just it. That was a random thought. It just popped back up. But yeah, even going through the hell that I've been through with love, I'm starting to feel like I realize, you know, what love means to me and what it looks like for me. I do feel like I got a lot of pressure on me right now, so sometimes it's hard to always do said things that I need, or I envision, you know, love to look like. But I have learned, like, a bath. If I have running water, you know, I can take a bath, and that's love for me. Just being able to be by myself and soak in hot water. And but it comes up in many different forms. Sometimes my poetry is love for me. Just I find that having space and time to myself is love for me. But it's also like it's that flip side, right? Having too much time and space for myself. Sometimes I want to, be around others. We're social beings, so I'm learning that I'm a person that needs time to myself. But I need a balance with it, and I'm a crafty person. I love the crafts. That definitely helps me. Activities outside the house too. I'm starting to realize like I'm not as much as a homebody as I thought I was. I am definitely a homebody. However, I think I was conditioned in my previous relationship to be too much of a homebody. That it was soul sucking. So I feel like I definitely realized I like getting out and doing like activities, whether it's even just going to the library and picking out a book. So it's just different things that I'm learning about myself that I love to do. One of the ones that I cannot wait to do is travel. That has always been something that I love, but travel and have the money to like enjoy the travel. So that's definitely like a goal that I'm working towards. But my initial first goal is housing. So that's where I'm at. And just wanted to put out a video for you guys to let you know where I'm at and everything. But yeah, I'm getting there. I think I'm gonna try to do my first like edited video, but it's like a short and it's like of the day I had the other day with the girls, and I'm gonna try to use this app that I found. So wish me luck. I will probably have some story times for you later this weekend or at the end of this weekend, or the beginning of the week coming up. So all right, guys, thank you for your support. I love y'all. Be safe out there. And just once again, thank you for the support. Subscribe, like, and share. Also comment. Thank you.